Christmas is here again. Hallelujah. As you all know, this season is a season when our Lord Jesus Christ was born. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That's why we, the management of AYOGEN television, use this medium to invite the society like churches, schools, businessmen and women to take part in this our festive promo, which will start on the 1st of November 2021 to 23rd of December 2021, where you make your advert with a price that is very affordable. Christmas carol for schools and churches. Listen, I'm not done yet. There's going to be for the Christmas party for children, where the children may go together and have the opportunity to interact with for the Christmas with a very good gift. What are you still waiting for? To get all these packages, you can call Adiogo on 08061378705, Blessing 08081526742, Shegun 08108995330, or you can come directly to our office at number 157 Brigadier Ademulegun, opposite St. Ambrose Grammar School, Ondo City, Ondo State. Remember, as we are moving here and there in this festive season, let's take everything gently. The Lord who has been our keeper will continue to protect all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Welcome to your breakfast news at 8, live from AYOGEN online television. Bringing your breakfast news to you this morning is Makonjola Oluwatosin Esther. Here are the major headlines. On our local news this morning, Saraki's cousin, Kwara ex-commissioner, rearranged for contract scam, fund diversion. Treat oil theft as treason, military policemen involved, says Wiki. On our political news this morning, Bayelsa tackles APC over Diri's elect poor performance. Uzodimas nominates ex-speaker, 16 others, commissioners, 6 assemblies, confirmation. On our business news this morning, 161,000 SMEs have received 56.84 billion naira survival fund. On our sport news this morning, Akpeyi keeps 50th clean sheet in South Africa. On our health news this morning, Delta variant still dominant COVID-19 in Nigeria, says NCDC. On our foreign news this morning, Ethiopia's major clothing maker closes shop. On our entertainment news this morning, Davido vows to ensure children in orphanages benefit from 250 million naira donation. So full details coming up next. Saraki's cousin, Kwara ex-commissioner, rearranged for contract scam fund diversion. The Ilorin Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Monday rearranged Okwe Saraki, a cousin to former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki and a former Commissioner for Information in Kwara State. Commissioner for Information in Kwara State Olatunji Moronfoye for abuse of office, diversion of public funds and money laundering. The duo was rearranged on separate charges before Justice Mohammed Sani of the Federal High Court, Ilorin, the case which first started on May 13, 2015, before Justice A. Farji of the Federal High Court. Ilorin has suffered a series of setbacks occasioned by the transfer of the trial judges. Saraki, while being the Senior Special Assistant on Millennium Development Goals, allegedly received a cash payment of 11.180 million naira, which expected the cash amount, offense contrary to Section 1A and 116(1)(d of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011, as demanded, and punishable and section under Section 16(2) of the same Act. Similarly, Moronfoye, while being the special advisor on MDGs, allegedly committed procurement fraud through unlawful influence in the award of 2 contracts involving the renovation of Ijagbo Primary Health Center and supply of medical equipment to 2 hospitals in Kwara State. The alleged offense contravenes Section 58(4) and punishable under Section 58(5)(a) and (b) of the Public Procurement Act 2007. A statement by the EFCC spokesman, Wilson Uwujaren, disclosed that the 2 defendants pleaded not guilty to the charges, and the counsel of the EFCC, Session Ola, urged the court to fix a date for trial, as well as remanded the defendants in the custody. But Sulaiman Obaya and Joshua Olatoke-san, representing Saraki and Moronfoye, urged the court to allow their clients to continue with the terms and conditions of the bail earlier granted by the court. The statement titled Saraki's cousin, ex-Kwara Commissioner Moronfoye rearranged for money laundering contract scam, stated that Justice Sonny, after listening to the submission by the counsel, admitted the defendants to bail on the terms earlier granted them by the first trial judge. Justice Faji on May 30, 2015, admitted Moronfoye and Saraki to bail in the sum of 50 million naira and 2 sureties in like sum. Treat all theft as treason, military policemen involved, says Wike. The governors of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has said it was time to Nigeria to treat crude oil thieves as treasonable offenses for the damage being done to the economic mainstay of the country. He added that the fight to stop oil theft had continued to fail because top-ranking members of the country's security agencies were involved in it. Wike spoke when they hosted the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Amao, at the Government House, Port Harcourt, on Monday. Special Assistant to the Governor on Media, Kelvin Ebiri, disclosed this in a statement. The statement read partly, "You know this bunkering cannot stop because everybody is involved. The military is involved, the police are involved, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is involved. If not, there is no way illegal bunkering can continue. I don't know whether we should take the EU of bunkering to the next level to be more serious than treason. If you go around and see what has happened to our environment, you will have pity on us." Wike also urged members of the military task force deployed to arrest the illegal oil bunkers to find an environmentally friendly ways to destroy defunding bunking sites. He said when they blow up the site, they increase soot in the atmosphere, which had become another environmental concern in Rivers State. Wike commended the military for the success in the war against insurgency, adding that the armed forces had reduced the level of damage of carnage that Boko Haram and bandits had caused in parts of the country. Wike pointed out that the prevailing peace in Rivers State was achieved because of the existing cooperation between all of the heads of security, which the state government, in a speech, Amao said he was on operational visits to 115 Special Operation Group in Rivers State and decided to visit the governor, who he said had contributed immensely to the functioning of NAF base in Port Harcourt. He added, "We commended you for being able to contain the security situation in the state. Rivers State has been a very peaceful state." On our political news this morning, Bayelsa tackles APC over drills alleged poor performance. The Bayelsa state government has faulted claims by the All Progressive Congress that the Governor Doye Diri-led People's Democratic Party administration was not performing. The government said the impression created by the APC that the administration was not delivering on its promises was false and amounted to doublespeak. The Commissioner for Information, Orientation and Strategy, Ayibaina Duba, said this in a statement in Yenogwa while reacting to reports credited to the purported APC Bayelsa East Senatorial District Vice Chairman Alabo Martins, knocking the government for not doing well. Duba, in the statement titled Bayelsa State APC and its Cocktail of Lies, described the opposition party as a party that has lost the initiative and was already in troubled waters as its boat was sinking fast. Said more importantly to say the state government has not delivered on its promises by the ruthless APC amounts to doublespeak. The assumed leadership of APC recently complained about the ongoing 20 concrete internal roads in Yenogwa on the trial of 52 rehabilitated roads within the city. How can APC maintain that the state government is not performing and at the same time complain that the ongoing Igbona AIT road should be 2 lanes rather than the ongoing 1 lane, which was strategic in view of the desire of government to complete a lane first due to the dictate of the final outlay and embark on the second lane then thereafter? They have also complained about not knowing the identity of contractors executing developmental projects in the state. How logical is it to say nothing is happening in the state, yet you seek to know those handling the project whose names are conspicuously displayed at every project site? If APC is really operating in Bayelsa and not on the pages of newspaper, the party would have been aware of the several ongoing development projects, including the Phase 2 of the Glory Drive, Nembe Unity Bridge, Yerogwa or Koroma Road, Shagbama and Ekerema Road, Imigri Bridge, Igbeda Asoma Road, and Shoreline Projection Project at Sampo, Odini and Agberi. The party would come in contact with the magnificent ongoing media house project, more than 180 school projects, including the construction of 8 new technical colleges, 6 model secondary schools, as well as the upgrade of facilities at all the state-owned tertiary institutions, leading to the accreditation of most of the courses offered, and many more. Uzodinma nominates ex-speakers, 16 others commissioners, 6 assemblies confirmation. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma on Monday sent a list of 17 commissioner nominees to the State House of Assembly for screening and confirmation. This is happening 6 months after he sacked 20 members of the House of the State Executive Council. Speaker of the House, Kennedy Ibe, read out the names of the nominees as contained in a letter written by the governor. Ibe read the letter during Monday's plenary. The nominees include a former Speaker of the House of Assembly, Goodluck Opia, ex-chairman of Isiala Mbano Local Government Area, Ruby Emeli, and Professor Emmanuel Duru. Others are Prosper Aragaya, Professor Mfunaya Okuruduglu, Professor C. Unwosu, Keziechi Ogaziechi, Reverend Rex Asnobi, Love Ine, Simon Egbebulum, Olechuku Chukungweyere, and Ford Uzurumba. The others' names are listed as Stanley Obidiegu and Dozier, Professor Kenneth Amershi, Uwaya Ibrahim, and Elias Emedom. Uzodinma has been working with 8 commissioners since he dissolved his cabinet on May 13. On our business news this morning, 835,161 SMEs have received 56.84 billion naira survival fund. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Evelyn Ingige, said on Monday that the ministry had disbursed 56.84 billion naira of the 75 million naira micro, small and medium enterprises survival fund to 835,161 beneficiaries. Ngige, who said the fund was to strengthen the MSME sector, gave the breakdown of disbursement as 8.80 billion naira to 293,336 beneficiaries under the Artisan Support and Transport Scheme, 43.92 billion naira to 459,334,000 beneficiaries under the Payroll Support Scheme, and 4.12 billion naira to 82,491 beneficiaries under the MSME's grant scheme. The PS disclosed this in her opening remark during the technical section of the 13th meeting of the National Council on Industry, Trade and Investment. She said the ministry had also, through the Bank of Industry, disbursed 15 billion naira to 863 SME businesses across several sectors. She said as part of government's efforts to reduce poverty through the creation of jobs, various strategic wealth creation programs have been embarked upon by the ministry through the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria. These initiatives are all geared towards Mr. President's promise of taking 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within the next 10 years. This effort has also led to the review of the national policy on MSMEs to encourage the establishment of more small and medium-scale enterprises. This has accelerated the profitable expansion of MSMEs along the chain of development. Other key programs initiated by the ministry to create wealth and grow the economy include the advancement for women in agriculture, agro-allied, and cottage enterprises, which has successfully developed the agro-processing capacities and capabilities of women. At the moment, over 300 women have been trained and provided with processing equipment as grants to enhance their agro-processing engagements. Ekiti State Commissioner for Trade and Industry, Muyiwa Olumila, said the primary focus of the yearly meeting was to provide policies and solutions in the industry, trade, and investment sector, and to chart a course that will transform the nation's economy. On our sport news this morning, Akpeyi keeps 50th clean sheet in South Africa. Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper Daniel Akpeyi marked his 50th clean sheet in all competitions in South Africa's league on Sunday in their 1-0 win over Maritzburg United. The Super Eagles shot-stopper has been impressive for the Amakoshes this season, keeping their 4 clean sheets in 7 appearances in the DStv Premier League. Akpeyi joined Chippa United in the 2015-2016 season from Nigerian Professional Football League side, Warri Wolves. The Nigerian international kept 7 clean sheets in his maiden season in South Africa in 25 games across all competitions. His performance will get better the next season, where he recorded 12 clean sheets in 34 games in all competitions. The 35-year-old failed to concede in the 3 Nedbank Cup games he featured in before his side were knocked out via penalties to SuperSport United. The 2017-2018 season saw the Nigerian keep 11 clean sheets in 25 games across all competitions, conceding just 18 times in 2.228 minutes. Akpeyi recorded just 6 clean sheets in the 2018-2019 season, but his performance for modest Chippa United had not gone unnoticed as he was snapped up by Kaizer Chiefs as a replacement for injured captain Itumeleng Itune. His first season with the Chiefs saw him keep 10 clean sheets in 25 league games as he was close to helping the side win their first domestic title since the 2014-2015 season as they fell short by 2 points to Mamelodi Sundowns. The 2020-2021 season saw the Nigerian keep 12 clean sheets in 24 appearances, conceding 21 times. According to reports, the Nigeria is built to sign a 2-year contract extension with the Soweto's Giants after some impressive showings this season. On health news this morning, Delta variant still dominant COVID-19 in Nigeria, says the NCDC. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control says the Delta variant continues to be dominant strain of coronavirus in the country. The NCDC Director General Dr. Ifedayo Adetifa made this known at the bi-weekly national briefing on COVID-19 in Abuja on Monday. Adetifa, represented by the head of risk communication, Dr. Yahaya Dizu, said that the Delta variant overwhelmingly dominated the isolation centers in the country. According to him, countries in Europe have started to reintroduce restrictions, and some have resulted in natural demonstrations and unrest. Cases have risen sharply in Australia, Netherlands, UK, Germany, and Italy. We must note that these are regions with considerably high vaccination rates. However, they are seeing surges in COVID-19, leading to make vaccinations mandatory to counter transmission of the virus which unvaccinated persons possess. I mentioned this to inform you that COVID-19 is still causing havoc in other countries, and we must not take our situation for granted. Rather, we must continue to use preventive measures, safeguard our health, and take responsibility. We can work together as we have done in this long-haul response to COVID-19, he said. The NCDC boss urged people to receive the COVID-19 vaccine as if they had not, noting that it was safe, effective, and reduced the occurrences of severe diseases and death. He said that the National Primary Health Care Center Development Agency has continued to lead on the rollout of vaccines. Just last week, we had a national flag off of the mass vaccination campaign and are ensuring they are safe and effective vaccines. These are new strategic vaccination sites around the FCT, he added. The Director General further said that the National COVID-19 Emergency Operations Center continued to meet weekly to coordinate on the response to the ongoing pandemic. With regards to genomic surveillance, we have continued to consider the critical need to address the importation of variants, and our sequencing efforts are still underway, he said. Adetifa also said that laboratories were still available for COVID-19 testing, while urging Nigerians to get tested if they feel COVID-19 symptoms. Do not assume symptoms may be malaria or a typical cold. We are working to strengthen COVID-19 risk communication by using innovative and targeted means by listening to the public and responding effectively. The team is currently collaborating on the development of a COVID-19 response sustainability plan and an intra-action review to strategize on ways to reinvigorate the response, he said. Dr. Fatima Yusuf, Deputy Federal Ministry of Health, said the Port Health, Public Health Services had continued to heighten surveillance at lands, airports, and seaports. PHS screens all passengers coming into the country at the various points of entry, and so far it has screened 87,841 people in September, 74,660 in October, and 8,701 in November. On our foreign news this morning, Ethiopia's economy eats as major clothing maker closes shop. Ethiopia's most rapidly growing economy is taking another hit tied to its year-long war with global clothing manufacturer PVH Corp, saying it's closing its facility there because of the speed and volatility of the escalating situation. Nairobi, Kenya. PVH, whose brands include Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger, has been a marquee occupant of Ethiopia's model industrial park in the city of Hawassa, where Africa's second most populous country has been made clear its experience of rapid Chinese-style development. PVH disrupted by the escalating situation in Ethiopia, but added it remains committed to its third-party manufacturing partners at the Hawassa Park. The company's statement emailed to the Associated Press comes 2 weeks after U.S. President Joe Biden announced he will cut out Ethiopia from a trade program, the African Growth and Opportunity Act process, because of gross violation of internationally recognized human rights. This action goes into effect on January 1. H&M, another high-profile occupant at the Hawassa Park, told the AP that we are following all developments carefully but refrain from taking any decision regarding our long-term presence in the country. Ethiopia's war and the many reported atrocities on all sides have led some in the business world to press Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and his government for a ceasefire and humanitarian access to the blockade Tigray region, echoing efforts by envoys from both the U.S. and African Union. Thousands of people have been killed as Ethiopian and allied forces fight the Tigray ones who long dominated the national government before Abiy came to power in 2018. The conflict has been marked by gang rapes, forced explosions, and man-made famine. We continue to emphasize to the government of Ethiopia the need for all parties to facilitate delivery of humanitarian aid and supplies to those who need it, and see this as a first step towards the cessation of hostilities and a process that will result in lasting peace. Stephen Lama, president of the American Apparel and Footwear Association, told the AP in an email, as the crisis spreads and if Ethiopia does lose AYOGEN eligibility, companies will increasingly be unable to source from Ethiopia. This will hurt Ethiopia's economy, particularly the women who comprise the bulk of the workforce in the country's apparel industry, Lama added. The arm to low-income workers far from the war is an argument that Ethiopia's government made as it openly lobbied against losing Africans' Growth and Opportunity Act eligibility. Ethiopia's chief trade negotiator Mamu Miretu had asserted that millions of workers will be affected. But the Biden administration, which last week said it was not imposing sanctions on Ethiopia's government, had rival Tigray forces to allow time and space to see if diplomatic efforts make programs run out of patience. On entertainment news this morning, Davido vows to ensure children in orphanages benefit from 250 million naira donation. Nigeria's singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, on Monday vowed to ensure that children in orphanages benefit from his 250 million naira donation. The singer said this as some fans stated that the money won't get to the children in the orphanages due to corrupt practices of welfare officers. A tweet Siobamari said, "I told Mom what Davido did, and I've never seen a revolt so passionately against something." She said the money won't get to the children because welfare officers steal all. I hate Nigeria, she said. It's so bad that nurses never want to leave welfare homes when they are posted there. I'll quoting the above tweet on Monday. Davido said, "I'll personally make sure this doesn't occur. I put that on my life." Davido's $250 million donation to orphanages last Wednesday. David asked his friends and fans to donate ₦1 million each to him for his birthday. Though he added that the goal was to get 100 million naira, the singer received over 53 million naira in cash transfers in less than 1 hour. In 3 days, the singer received over 200 million naira as gifts from his friends. Adding 50 million naira of his own personal money, the singer decided to give back to society by donating 250 million naira to orphanages across Nigeria. He also set up a 5-man committee to monitor the progress of the disbursement of the funds. The singer also shared a screenshot of his bank account on Monday, stating that he has added his own 50 million naira to the contributions. He posted on Instagram, "My 50 million naira donation has been added. #transparency. More details soon regarding the disbursement of funds." And that will be that on our breakfast news this morning. Do stay with us. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back. We're still on our breakfast news this morning. Highlights of our local news. Saraki's cousin Kwara ex-commissioner rearraigned for contract scam fund diversion. Treat all theft as treason. Military policemen involved, says Wike. On our political news this morning, bias attacks APC over Diri's elect poor performance. Also, Dima nominates ex-speaker, 16 others commissioners, 6 assemblies confirmation. On our business news this morning, 835,161 SMEs have received 56.84 billion naira survival fund. On our sport news this morning, Akpeyi keeps 50th clean sheet in South Africa. On our health news this morning, Delta variant still dominant COVID-19 in Nigeria, says the NCDC. On our foreign news this morning, Ethiopia's economy eats as major clothing maker closes shop. On our entertainment news this morning, Davido vows to ensure children in orphanages benefit from 250 million naira donation. And that will be that on our breakfast news this morning. Thanks for watching. I want you to continue to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. Do like and follow our page on AYOGEN Online Television. I remain your host, Makanjola Oluwatos Nesta. Do have a great day.